Um, there are many, 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 many more, and I think we need to call it out. Another one is Rudy, who I'm sure lots of people are friends with here, but lots of overly gushing three War and Peace level posts about how women are warriors, blah 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 blah, suck my cock, blah blah blah. Women are brilliant. My mum was a single mum. Women are brilliant. Can you please donate to my fundraiser? Then suck my dick. Yeah, it's just fucking boring. It's really, really, really boring. But yeah, gay men aren't necessarily our friends, and I'm probably more liberal than someone like Kelly J. Keane in terms of uh, gender non-conformity. But yeah, it's gone beyond that. If you say anything at all, you're fucking homophobic. Suck my dick, and I hope you don't have your bottom teeth. And I find it really boring. There has to come a point where we don't assume that gay men aren't misogynists, because I think a lot of them are, and
We should be assuming that they actually are
there are.
misogynists, because majority of them actually do hate women.
Yes, my point was about their influence. They are not our friends. I know most people in this room know this, but I've seen Dennis being relatively respectful of women, but I think his post just now is quite obviously I'm on team Fat Clive. Fuck you all and your legitimate concerns. A lot of these gay older men like straight women when we're wearing boob tubes and dancing on podiums in Soho. And then
I
as
do think a
soon
lot of
as
these
as
gay
soon
men are
as
just trying to get in with each other,
yeah,
like trying to impress each
and
other,
then
and that's where the misogyny is coming from. And it's a
yeah,
bit sad,
it's
and I notice
really
it
sad.
particularly with Clive.
Really, 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 really sad. And then, because he did a post like, oh, straight women just love us when they're young, and then when they get older, they just like fuck off. It's like, no, 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 no. You like hanging out with young straight women when we're wearing sequin boob tubes and dancing on stages, and then you're the ones who tell us to fuck off when we get old and get married and we're not on the stage. But also look at the state of you, Clive. Fuck off. Seriously. Fat bitchy cunt. I skirt around very politely on Twitter, and
Yeah.
I try not to get blocked. I got blocked by Owen Jones just for laughing at him going on about ADHD, which is really annoying because I was fucking taunting him for ages, and then it was the ADHD what did it. The gay men tend to block me and tell me to fuck off, which is fine, because you're no friend of mine because you're a misogynist, or you have a problem with straight women, which is the case I think with Fat Clive and Artie. But now, anyway, I've shared my sweet response to Clive in the nest. So yeah, this is how I roll.
I see Glenner's on a completely abnormal one again and blocking people left, right, and centre for daring to go against them. Michelle, it was you next, sweetheart.
Yeah, just I was keen to ask, I can't remember who it was speaking, I think Dina and somebody else, when they were talking about they don't like controversial tweets. And I'm just wondering, what's considered controversial?
That's
What
open
sort
to
of tweets?
interpretation. That's open to
Yeah.
interpretation by everyone. I'm just talking about bitch fight. I don't dive into a bitch fight. I see two people. I might follow one or both. I just let them get on with it.
Cool.
Yeah, I would just say from my point of view, it'd be like some of the people that we're talking about, grifters, or anyone who says things like TROON, because then you can get shadow banned.
What, Troon?
Oh, what's that? Loon? Loon? Spoon? Spoon?
David Hayton is a troon. There it is in a
Yes,
sentence.
yes,
TROON, troon.
yes,
From the
yeah,
turf dictionary meaning a cunt. A man in
absolutely,
a dress.
absolutely. But I've had my account since 2009, and I don't really want to lose it, so I can skirt around quite happily. And I think it's actually quite useful for other people as well that I can do that. So yeah, I tend not to be bitchy. I tend not to have fights with the spoons. Um,
With the scissors.
and and I learn about scissoring. So by not engaging and having my account suspended, I get to learn about scissoring isn't really what you think is scissoring,
I had an
because
account
really,
in 2009 too,
but really, like if you're scissoring, somebody has to be sitting up and the other one has the leg up and the other person has to hold it. So if I engaged in bad language and fights, then I would lose my account and I wouldn't learn about scissoring.
One time I pretended to be a man on here and everyone was really horrible to me and I was so proud.
I follow very few men, and the men that I follow, I really like them. Not like them in a sexual matter. I like them because they've been on here for quite a while and they haven't shown their arse, because normally it takes men about 2 months. Like Clive's tweet was absolutely fucking disgusting.
I'm sorry, the number of fucking gay men who came and mansplained. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris, you've got your hand up. Mansplained his tweet to me when I'd already said this is not political, and they still decide to mansplain that. The mask had slipped, and this is what happens when they leave their YouTube and they leave their podcasts. The mask slips. This is what happens
If,
with Artie when he's not talking to Glinner or a woman called Helen. The mask slips and he goes off on KJK for not liking men dressing up as fucking Minnie Mouse.
or you didn't
It's
see the one where Artie wrote, "The women that I've met on here are looking for blood, and they would kill a person in an
yeah,
instant."
yeah,
Said
yes,
that, and you're like,
yeah.
no. And Glenner came out to bat, and you're all extremists for going for
Oh,
extremists for going for Artie. How dare you go for? And
yes, it's another poor little bald fat man. My thing is, I really don't mind being blocked for being a fucking troll. I don't mind a deserved block. I hate an undeserved block.
I got an
It
undeserved
really
block
annoys.
tonight.
Go on.
I got a block from a woman that I have defended to the fucking hilt over the past 3 years. I've lost followers over it. I've been targeted by Holly and Boston Mike over her, and she defended authentic turf and blocked me.
For
Go check
me.
your DMs and see who blocked me.
Okay, okay.
I'll await your reaction.
Grace, I'm sorry about that. That makes me sad, actually, because you were the first two that I met.
Well, she'll know what side her bread's buttered on. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Yeah. Well,
Whenever, whenever they come for her again and they attack her again and she needs support and she can't phone me, she'll be fine. Dina, off you go.
Yeah, my claim to turf fame really is Sarah Fillimore blocking me because I caught her out. And I didn't think I could get one over a liar. And she blocked me for it. Basically, it came down to David Hayton. And I criticised him and I said, for his AGP. And she took a swipe at me and she said that she basically was it was kind of like a what do you call it, a threat, sort of like a passive aggressive tweet saying, if you say anything bad about my friend, blah, blah, blah. And then I wrote back and said, look, if you did a 30-second look on my timeline, brought up his name, you would have found these 2 tweets. And I copied and pasted them. One, I kind of like agreed with him on something or another, can't remember what. And because he was talking about biological facts. And the second one, I defended him because somebody threatened him. And I actually reported the tweet that threatened David Hayton. But I've been critical of him on the same things that Grace has brought up, because it's disturbing about what he says about 16-year-old girls, and because he was part of the, he co-wrote the policy to allow boys and men to use female facilities in schools. And I don't trust men in dresses teaching children.